Hey guys, Terry here. I am going to show you how to make a new card type today. I don't know where I've been, but I did not know about this bench fold card. So what I'm going to use on it is some shapes, and I decided to stamp those out onto a plain piece of paper. And I don't want to have to fussy cut these, so I'm going to have my brother scan and cut these out for me. So let's give this a try. Okay, I've turned on my brother's scan and cut. I'm going to tell it to scan, and I'm going to do a direct cut. And I've just got it in black and white. I'll keep it that way. So I'm going to load the mat. And I'm going to start, let it scan. It's starting to be stormy out today, so we've had some crazy weather. It's cold one day, warm the next. Today it's been warm but rainy. Okay, so that's scanned, and now it is recognizing. So give it a second to recognize it, and then I will press OK. Now what I want to do is I want it to cut out just these pieces up here, so I'm going to scoop the arrows in. Now I see that one of the things over there it did not trace around, so I think I'll just quickly cut these other things out. I'm going to tell it a little bit of space around it, so I'm going to hit the little wheel there and just increase the space by 0.04. I hit the plus sign one time. Okay, and then I'm going to tell it to cut these out. Cut, and we will let it do its thing. It says it's going to take about 2 minutes. So I think I'll pause the video and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, I'm going to remove the mat. And if you notice, it cut out each of the little guys. So, love that. I love my brother for that. So, let's go over to my desk and I'll show you the card. Okay, I want to show you the card that we're making. It's called a bench fold. I had never heard of this before, but here it is. Isn't that the cutest? It's just so adorable. So the idea is that you can mail it flat like this, and it is about the size of an A2 card. A2, it's 4 1/4 inches tall, and it folds flat for mailing. And when the person gets it, if they just simply fold this middle part down, it looks like a bench. I saw some of the cutest ideas. If you search Pinterest for bench fold, you will see gobs of ideas. I've seen it set up as a kitchen where there's like a window here, and then these are little drawers, kitchen drawers, and an oven here, and you can even put something in the oven. I've seen it as a grill, but the one that caught my eye was having it be like a craft room. And this isn't even decorated as much as the ones that I saw on Pinterest. You could just go crazy. So that is the card. So to make this, I saw people using 12 inches long, 11 3/4 inches long. I wanted to be able to make it from an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. So what I did was I trimmed an 11 by 8 1/2 piece of paper. I cut it in half, which makes it be 4 1/4 inches tall. And then I scored it. Oh, by the way, here's the pieces the brother cut. Isn't that cute? Just love the Brothers Kennicott. So here is the piece that we've cut, and this is Neenah 110-pound weight, just to give the card some stability. And then I score it at 1 3/4, 1 3/4, and 3 1/2, and then I flip it around and I do it same thing, 1 3/4 by 3 1/2, and then I simply fold it and then you can fold it flat like that. So there is the back panel. So now you could either take the other half of this piece here, because we want to make a piece that's going to go across the bottom here. So I made it 2 inches tall. 2 inches tall, and you really don't even have to worry about how wide it is. Cut your strip. Cut your strip and then glue it on this side, and then we're going to put the middle piece in here, and then we can glue it on here, and then we'll trim this off. But in the end I'll measure how wide that is. So let me get okay, so then that was our 11 1/2 piece of paper. You're going to need a secondary piece of paper because you want to cut a piece that is approximately 4 by 4, and it's going to go inside of here. So let me cut that piece. I'm going to cut it to be 4 inches wide, and then I'm going to trim just a little bit off. So I'm going to do 3 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to score it at 2 inches. This piece didn't have to be 3 3/4 inches tall, but the idea is that you're going to glue this on here. Let's do it while we're talking about it here. Let me get my glue. I'm just going to use tape runner so it goes together quickly here. But on this first side, on the bottom, you're going to put this piece on. Put this down on this corner. And then you're going to take this next piece, and this is what's going to be the bench fold top. So if you see, if I put the 2-inch piece this way, it doesn't quite give enough room for it to open and close. So put your 2-inch piece down on the bottom and then glue that on. And you want to give a little bit of room on each side. So what I did was, when I glued this down, I did it a little bit away from that side there. So let me put the tape runner on. And I'm using tape runner, but I would suggest liquid glue just because it would hold better. So I'm going to glue this just a little bit away from that side there. Liquid glue also gives you a little bit of wiggle room where you can scoot it around. So we've glued it on here, we've put it in place here. You can see that that's going to be the bench. And then the next is we're going to attach it over here. So let me put some glue on here. And you just want to give it enough wiggle room when you're gluing this together here. So again, I'm going to attach this and just give it a little bit of space between there and there, and I'm lining it up with the bottom. And then we can just turn this over and cut this off. Okay. So that piece ended up being about 7.5 inches wide. But I think I like the idea of just cutting it once you have it glued on there. So the idea is this folds down and then your card can fold flat. And your first couple times you kind of have to train it to be in place there. But that's the basics of the bench fold card. And then you can decorate it like crazy. So I happen to have this set here. I don't know what company this was from. It might have been Fiskars. But that was the set that I used. But, you know, Stampin' Up! Has various ones. This one I used vases and the shelf. This one I showed you. This one could be cute for a baby's room. But I think any stamps that you have that you could decorate the sides, and then notice you can also use like you know, printed pieces of paper. I saw one where this was well, at the end I'll show you pictures of the ones that I saw, but just used pretty paper to decorate the sides. I put a solid piece down here and then my pieces. So the pieces that I had cut out on my brother's Scan and Cut, that could be what you use to glue down on here and make, you know, make a scene. So it'd be cute with a shelf, and then put your other little guys on here and maybe some flowers. So I mean, there's just so many ideas you could do to decorate it. So I just thought it was the cutest thing. Thank you guys, and like I said, I will impose some pictures here to show some different decorations. People are so creative, but that's what I wanted to show you today. The bench fold card. Go out there and search Pinterest and see so many different decorating ideas. Thanks, guys.